Welcome to another year of the 25 days of MMR Xmas. If you're new here, let me give you the gist. What happens is that every day from December 1st to December 25th, I will post one holiday film review in the lead up to the big holly jolly day. Welcome to day 16. How do you do, fellow kids? Did you enjoy the 1983 classic A Christmas Story? The story about Ralphie who's just trying to get the BB gun, but everyone keeps saying that will just shoot his eye out, and it airs every year on TNT and TBS for 24 hours on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day?
Yes! Yes!
Well, how about this? How about I tell you that we are going to do something for you kiddies that you're absolutely going to enjoy? How about we're going to give you A Christmas Story 2? Now, how does that sound? Well, too bad we like money, so screw you! A Christmas Story 2 is a 2012 film directed by Brian Levant, starring Daniel Stern and Brayden Lemasters. The film is a direct sequel, quote-unquote, to the 1983 film A Christmas Story, which ignores the events of the 1994 film My Summer Story. The plot of this film takes place 5 years after the original film, and we follow Ralphie as he has his eyes fixed on a car, but trouble is sure to follow. So you can see in the opening gag in my video, I am assuming that was the creative process that the executives or whoever was playing this movie had while making this, masterpiece of this film. And my question is, how does this movie even exist? Like, I'm genuinely asking this question. I have never seen a film feel so random and out of place like A Christmas Story 2. This film is not good. It feels like a soulless husk of the original film we fell in love with, like back in '83. There are so many questions I have about this film, but there's so little time that I can find substantial answers for, so I'm just going to go ahead and review this film. I'll give this film one singular piece of credit. It does a good job of trying to replicate the 40s setting that the original movie took place in. Note that I said it tried to replicate it. See, the original did a great job of portraying this nice setting of 1940s Midwestern America, and it was good. They did a good job for what they had back in 1983. They should not have an excuse because this is set kind of like production and technology has advanced significantly since 1983, and this movie was made back in 2012. So there's no way they couldn't have made a more authentic 40s Midwest style location settings in this film. Like, there's no excuse that everything in this film looks really, really cheap. But the story wasn't interesting, and it was very dry. It lacked the original charm that the film had. Like, this one is like, it's kind of a copy paste of the first film, because at least the first film, you were interested to see if that Ralphie's gonna get the red rifle. But this one is just like, it's a 1939. This film is just a 1939 convertible, and it's just like, I really don't care about it. Like, it's not the same as it was in the first one. The acting wasn't good. It felt like a very cheap TV movie, and just so because I believe this movie came out on straight to DVD, so that can explain all that. And lastly, the film's comedy was not landing at all. It relied on slapstick humor, and while the original movie had slapstick humor as well, at least its slapstick hit, this one, it failed miserably to deliver on it. This movie would have definitely been funny. Someone got a Jackass-style treatment to the groin, but unfortunately, nothing like that happens in the film to give me like a truly hearty laugh. And I hate to like look at a sequel and compare it so much to the original film, but like when you're making a sequel to one of the most iconic holiday films of all time, I'm gonna call you out and call you like a cheap imitation of what it is. Like, Christmas Story 2 is not a good film. It feels like a soulless cash grab to be like, we're banking on the nostalgia train of, hey, here's A Christmas Story Part 2. Do what you want with it. Overall, Christmas Story 2 is like a fever dream of a sequel. You'll never know it exists unless you look it up or you're told about it. And if you somehow end up watching this, my question is, why would you even watch this? Just stick to the original film, and just to be safe, watch the 24-hour broadcast that they do on TBS and TNT, the original film, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, just to watch out the sequel stench if you somehow seen it. And I'm going to give A Christmas Story 2 a 2 out of 10. I know, yeah, 2 out of 10. Get it? Because it's a 2. Okay, I'm done. Bye. See ya.